And we are live, guys, here again. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Casper, aka Uselink, and we are midweek, which means we are going to be looking into uranium, overall ETFs, ratios, all that good stuff. Where are we in time? It does look good really on the ratio. It looks really, really good. But let's dive into the charts here. As always, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Highly appreciated every single follow that I get. So please don't hesitate doing all that good stuff here. All right. URA. We have our list. We have it here to the right, and we will stay on the weekly. The daily might be a bit too, I wouldn't say noisy, but still, what happens on the daily basis is doesn't really matter all that much, to be honest. Again, the weekly, beautiful green weekly candle breakout, retesting the highs here, and maybe resumption again. Is this move of the pullback over? I'm not quite convinced yet, but for now, this weekly candle looks great. Nothing wrong. And again, 30 weekly coming up. The name of the game, higher highs, as mentioned last time, and higher lows. Um, so yeah, for now, URA is in an uptrend. What's not to like, really? Same thing, URNM, so the 100% pure play uranium miners. Breakout, bull flagging now. We have a blue bull flag here in the making. I want to zoom on the daily actually just to give you a bit more details. I'll remove the uptrend because that just makes it a bit too noisy. 1 second, there it is, cleaning it up a bit here. That's the blue bull flag in my view. We have the lower side well defined, so I copy pasted the blue one to here. Um, so we will see how it reacts here. As long as we're above this $45 zone, it's quite nice. Still, that is a bullish consolidation in the making, and it favors, a move up, consolidation, and a move higher. So until proven otherwise, we are in a bullish consolidation right here, right now, and it can take weeks still to play out. URNJ, the juniors, we had this pennant here with the breakout, which is nice. Again, quite similarly, we have this zone here at roughly 23, which we're fighting right now. I think if we can get above and stay there, that's where we are going to take out the highs here slowly. So again, looks great. Let's go to the weekly. We don't have much data, but still, this is an uptrend. Higher highs and higher lows. 30 weekly is coming up nicely. Nothing new to report really. It just looks very, very nice. The U.UN has just made a 16-year-long all-time high, you can say, or high over the past 16 years. And as mentioned, my take is that we've somehow, I don't know the exact direction or the path, but we will visit the all-time high within a year, which is roughly 50% from now. So that is very nice. Again, the uptrend is just massive. You can see here, just it's trending higher. 30 weekly is just pointing to higher highs. And yeah, if we can take out that golden trend line here, then we could see some very spiky price action. Obviously, what we don't want to see is some sort of up here, then we come down, and then we typically visit the lower side of the wedge there. So, but still, long term, my target is the all-time high. Then we will have a major pause, I think, um, before we eventually go higher. But the pause will take a few many months at least. But still, that's way into the future. We don't want to worry about that for now. All I can say is the Sprout Physical Uranium Trust looks absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Nothing to worry about. Okay, ratios XLE divided by the SPX. Still favors, you can still see the uptrend here for XLE to outperform the SPX. So we want the energy sector to outperform the overall markets because uranium is a part of the energy sector. And we're still above this golden uptrend here, which is what we want to see. Again, as mentioned last time, we have some caution. That is maybe a head and shoulders in the making, maybe. So yeah, we want to see this uptrend hold and the 30 weekly to start to turn up nicely here at some point in time. This bounce here was perfect. When we have a bull flag into a long-term uptrend like this one, and you bounce off it, that's more or less always, well, not always, nothing is certain, right? But you very often take out the highs from that bull flag. So again, we should be going higher here, in my honest opinion. XLE divided by URNM. We want this ratio to go down, meaning URNM is outperforming XLE or XLE is underperforming URNM. And we had this tiny bounce into this retrace here, as we discussed, was very possible. And now we're basically rolling over again. Big red candle here on the weekly still. Again, the week is still young. We still have 2 days, excuse me, of trading. So, but that's a very big weekly red candle. So this is a topping pattern, and now we're just going with lower lows and lower highs. You can see it here. So we are in a downtrend for sure, 30 weekly coming down. Therefore, again, URNM should be outperforming XLE until proven otherwise. That's really the name of the game. URNM divided by the spot price, one of the most important ratios to look at in uranium. And you can see here, we came all the way up here, looked very nicely above the blue neckline of this minor inverted head and shoulders. And then we actually came crashing down through the blue and is now doing that very, very important retest of that golden trend. It's a very deep retest, so I don't like these, but anyways, very big green candle. If we can get above that blue neckline again, that is what we want to see for this week or next week, or at least the weeks to come, to get above that blue neckline at roughly 0.63. And then also ultimately we have the white one there, which is the next target to go for. But right now we're doing some textbook stuff, breakout, retest, hopefully resumption. Again, I hope that the neckline held, but it didn't. So we want to get back above as quickly as possible. This is the URA divided by the spot price. So we had this fake out here, which we discussed in the previous video. And what you typically see if you have a fake out, you'd often go down and test the lower wedge or the lower trend line of that wedge. And that's exactly what we did here again. So hopefully this is where we start to find the lows. But for now, we can see we're below a 30 weekly and we have had a fake out. So that's not the best look of things at the moment. The good part is, well, one of the good parts is that we have, lower lows all the way, but we have higher highs, higher lows here on the RSI. So there are some positive divergence between those two, indicating momentum slowing down, and we have a possible bottom here at some point in time. URA divided by the overall commodities. I will go to the daily for this bad boy. This was the blue triangle that we looked at, and we're just popping higher here again. The weekly candle is beautiful, again, suggesting that we are again going to outperform the overall commodities for URA. And if we can take out that breakout high, then we are in for the big moves, again, targeting that high up there at some point in time. So again, URA or the uranium is outperforming most of the stuff that we are looking at on this channel. What we're also looking at is the URA divided by the SPY, so the SP 500, which is a major market to outperform. That's actually one of the most important things to outperform. And that's exactly what we're doing here still. This was the major 18-month-long consolidation squeeze, massive breakout here all the way up. And we came down to our double wide support, the highs here, you can see. And we're bouncing up from that. So that's very beautiful again. Hopefully we have the higher high and the higher low, and we will start to staircase higher here in this ratio. Again, meaning more money coming into URA instead of the SPY, because that's where the monies are made. At least that's where more money are made if you were to invest. So URA divided by the NASDAQ. We tagged our high, the white trend on here, which we have had on for ages. Big move down, and now we have two big weekly green candles. Very beautiful. Again, if we can get above all this cluster stuff here, we also have it over here, then the major bottom is definitely in for this ratio. And we should have a long, look at this one here, a long road of outperformance by URA over the tech sector. That sounds insanely good in my view, in my ears. So if we can get above, we should be starting to That was insanely bad drawn by me. If we can get above, we hopefully will start to have that outperformance over the next into this decade against the tech sector. As you can see here, the tech sector has been the big winner for the past 10 years. So now hopefully we have 5 to 10 years of outperformance in the other direction for URA. Bitcoin, I will go to the daily because that's where it's happening. I have added this white trend line here at the lows. I think it has some nice connections all the way up here. And actually, Bitcoin has had a big run here for the past 2 weeks. At least it has outperformed somewhat heavily the URA. Where's the measurement tool? Excuse me, guys. So it has outperformed by, to 28%, give or take. Or URA has underperformed by 28%. So hopefully this doodle here still holds, that we're going to have this kind of move there. Let's see. But definitely that's strong momentum to the downside on the daily. Weekly, you can see as well here, we have 4 weeks of big, not big red candles, but at least the last two are very big. Excuse me. So the momentum to the downside is definitely looks like we could that this move does not happen. Let's see. Still, we are at the lows now, so we could get a bounce here. I really want to see URA outperform Bitcoin. That would be tremendous. But again, we have to wait for the confirmation to get back above here. Then we are in that a scenario where we want to be, URA outperforming Bitcoin. But again, if we start to cool down here, then it could be that Bitcoin is the better place to be. It is what it is. Same thing with the spot price here. Again, we are roughly at the 18-year highs at the moment. Barely. So let's just call it that we are at the Fukushima highs here at $73 per pound. And I'm actually very, very interesting to see what's happening now. Will we get a longer pause consolidation? You know, I mentioned that we could have a pullback all the way down as low as 62, testing that neckline there. And then we move higher. But again, the weekly candles now are very strong, and it looks like we're in some sort of RSI and fully embedded bull mode here, which is exactly where we want to be. But definitely long term, we can go to the monthly as well. You know, major downtrend, sideways action, and now we are in an uptrend. And this blue inverted head and shoulders, there it is, points to a target up here at roughly $240 per pound. And when could we reach that? I hate to put dates on it, but if we try to extrapolate it, we could reach it 2027, 2028, if it were to have a move up here together with the moving average. So, but again, the sector is very spiky, so you can see all sorts of things happen. And yeah, last but not least, nothing much to add really. The uranium spot price is still outperforming silver as long as we're above the blue neckline. So that's always nice to see. Same thing for gold. We have a slanted neckline there. And again, I said that we could go to doing the standard retesting and then we go higher. But for now, we're above the blue neckline. And yeah, so nothing to worry about for now. Actually, I wouldn't mind this one to come down, because I think if gold and silver will start to run big time, which I think it will, because gold looks absolutely fantastic, silver will follow, then the range spot price is not going to drop. I mean, it is just going to underperform, but definitely go higher as well with platinum and palladium and all that good stuff. So overall commodities. So yeah, I would actually prefer this one to crack down and have silver and gold run as well, to have this double whammy in gold and silver and uranium going higher. So that is my take on that one. That's all I had here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I love doing these videos, so please give me a thumbs up and a subscription if you don't mind. Again, have a great day, guys, and we will see you at the weekly close on Friday. Hopefully, it looks just as good as it does now, because yeah, uranium is making a big weekly candle across the board, ETFs, ratios, and all that good stuff. Guys, have a great day and hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.